Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hello. From this issue, I will make a video of a GuZheng player. Show how to put a character model. Start with the Blender model. Assemble it in Unreal. Become a character who can play the GuZheng. The character I chose was Hudao. You may have seen my other videos. Now that I made a GuZheng player before, it was Zhang Li. When I choose a character, there are requirements. The first must be Li Yu people. The second can't be a lowly character. Why is it a Li Yu person? Because the GuZheng is a Chinese musical instrument. So if I were to choose characters from other countries, it's going to be kind of weird. So I decided to choose another Li Yu person. In addition, it can't be a lowly character. Mainly because the lowly character's hands are too short. It will be difficult to play the GuZheng because it's been in Zhang Li. Zhang Li is the guest of Funeral Parlor. Then I'll invite Funeral Parlor Master Hudao. Let her be the second character to play the GuZheng. Okay, so what about this episode? It's mainly about what we do with the bones of the characters. In fact, all the instruments in the Music Doll series, the pre-processing of the skeletons is almost identical. Of course, instruments that move with the character when they're played. It may be necessary to add some bones to the character. It controls the movement of an instrument. For example, a cello needs to add a tail nail to the bone. The guitar needs to add a skeleton that is synchronized with the character's chest, and the instruments that don't move with the person when they're played. For example, a drum set, a piano, there is no need to add additional bones to the character. The processing principle is the same for all these bones. Okay, so here we go. Step 1. We first change the unit to 0.01 in Blender. After the change is completed, you will find that the height of the character has changed. I have to check how tall Hudao are, by the way. Hudao plus hat 61 meters. Okay, let's set it according to this height. Let's go to S10 first. No, it's locked here. Make it smaller. With the hat, it is 1.61 meters. Let's count 1.7 meters for her here. Should be about the same. Because this height is from the foot to this small skeleton on top. So this height is almost 1.7 meters. Scale, then apply. The height of Hudao is set. What's next? We went into edit mode. Let's now deal with the axial direction of the skeleton. We have to turn on the display switch in the bone axis first. We click on the little green guy, then in viewport display here. We click on this axis option, so we can look at the axial direction of each bone. We want to make sure that the bones on the same IK chain, they have the same axis. So let's say I've chosen the upper arm. You can see the z-axis in blue. It's going this way. And then we look at the skeletal axis of the forearm. The direction is the same. Next, we look at the palm. The z-axis of the palm should also be the same. Take a look. So this is an interesting palm skeleton. The direction of the palm bones is not exactly the same as that of the upper arm. There may be problems when driving with IK. Let's take a look. Is this connected? It's not connected, so we can move it out separately. To save trouble, I turned on symmetric operations. Then move the tail of the palmar bone to this position. Okay, that's about it. The previous examination was to ensure 3 bones on the IK arm. They all have the same orientation on the z-axis. So let's take a look at the other side. These two are the same, but this is the other way around. So we turn it 180 degrees. Okay, that's it. Next, we examine the IK bones of the fingers. Let's look at the index finger first. Blue is here. This is also up. Still up. This is no problem. This fingertip is too big. Let's make it smaller. It's too big here. Let's make it smaller. In fact, this size does not affect the actual operation. I just think it's too big. Make it smaller, and it looks better to the eye. Now look at the orientation of the middle finger. And then the ring finger. And lastly, the pinky. There is no problem with these 4 finger directions. There should be no problem on the other side. But let's check it out. This fingertip is pointing in the opposite direction. It's going up. The ones in front are all down. But the fingertips don't actually matter, so we can leave it alone. And then the ring finger. Same here. The fingertips are reversed, but no effect. We don't care. That's index finger. Okay, no problem. The middle finger is fine. Okay, now let's look at the thumb. The thumb should be viewed from this direction. From its side, in fact, this is the direction. There's something wrong with the axis. Let's adjust it. We're looking at it from the side. Yeah, it should be the Z. But when we look at it from above, it should be the x-axis vertical midline. We use the first joint as a baseline. What about this? That's the x-axis. Although it is also towards this side, but there is still some offset in the z. I'll look at the z-axis from another angle. This is the right angle. Let's look at the z-axis now. This word on the z, you need to move to the middle of the line. So now we turn the second knuckle. These has been shifted to the middle. See if it is correct from another angle. Exactly. And then we move on. Turn the z-axis of the third joint to the correct angle. Z-word goes to the middle. Okay, that should do it. Let's take a look. All 3 z-axes are now all facing down. Okay, and we're going to look at the left. In fact, the 2 sides should be synchronized, but let's check anyway. The z-axis here is facing up. This skeleton, it happens to be opposite on both sides. This knuckle is reversed. So we're going to turn off the left-right symmetry here. Add 180 degrees here. So is this. Add 180 degrees. Okay. Okay, this way. That's right. There seems to be an operation to add 180 degrees somewhere. Did I not turn off the symmetry switch? I have to take a look again. I'm a little confused. It's not. It's not either. It seems to be fine. Oh, I see. I seem to have changed the palm orientation at that time. Right. Here it is. When changing the left hand, in fact, the right hand was also changed simultaneously. So I'm going to turn symmetry off. Okay, no problem. Then the left and right arms, and left and right fingers. It's all checked. Now, let's deal with the feet. Feet are actually used very little. It's just that the characters need to be placed when they sit down. I'll give them IK2, but you still need to check the axial direction of the leg. And the normal MMD skeleton, feet are more complicated because feet have two skeletal systems. One set is that I choose this skeleton now. Do you see it? The name Hassad in it. It's a skeleton. There is also a set of bones without it in the name. Only the one with is truly deformable. It's deformed. The other skeleton, to be honest, I have no idea what it's for, but my personal habit is to delete it because it doesn't work. So I deleted it first. And we're going to move this down. Where to move it to? Move to this position. I locked the cursor here. Move this down. And the same goes for the skeleton at the bottom. This calf skeleton without feet. We also delete it. And here's one with a D. This is the actual skeleton we need. Move it over here as well. And then it goes down. It's the same. This Ika bone can actually be used without. We delete. Foot L is also useless. The useful one is the one with feet. So we deleted it. Here is the one with feet. Its tail should be placed here. Okay. Now let's check the direction. Take a look at this thigh skeleton. Its z-axis is facing forward, no problem. The z-axis is also facing forward, no problem. What about here? The orientation should be reversed. It should be facing up here. However, it does not affect the direction in which the IK chain is bent, as long as the orientation of the two bones is the same. Okay, let's look at the other side. Right side. Okay, basically, no problem. So, our character, Hudao, her bones are fine. We can actually export it. Export options. We choose skeleton and meshes. And animation, we need to select. Don't select either option. There is nothing special to choose. Just export it directly. Okay, the characters are that simple. In fact, you will find that character inspection has nothing to do with GuZheng instruments. It's a generic process. Thank you for watching. See you next time.